5:30 in the morning from Houston. According to JJ, the team met before the coaches even walked in to the locker room last night. They all wanted to play, even though we thought multiple guys would be sitting. But when you're on a heater like this Laker team, and you have a belief like this Laker team does right now in what they're doing, and you can go, you play. And that's exactly what they did. We're going to talk about the win streak. We're going to talk about how impressive this win was. We'll talk about LeBron's 124th triple-double and doing it at age 41. But you got to start with, in my opinion, he better be in the top 2 to 3 of the MVP race, or I don't know what. Because what he's been doing, Fish, is absolutely ridiculous. And James, he is the best closer in basketball right now. And over the last 9 games, he's averaging 41 points per game. That's his third 60-point game of his career. He had 20 in the fourth quarter. And the team just knows now. Here's the recipe. You get to the fourth quarter, and it's close, or we have a lead, Luka is going to take us home. And that's what's happening.
Yeah, with no question. I mean,
by the way, I'm fired up, if you can't tell.
You are, and we all are. I mean, historically, the Lakers have had clutch players.
Will look different. What will look the same? And I think the verdict is in that starting the season in great shape, healthy, fit, it's really allowing him at this point in the calendar to arguably be playing his best basketball and not almost looking like he's running out of gas and leaking oil going into the postseason. He's peaking at a time where the team needs it. And some of the individual shot making, like James said, he makes it look easy, but it's hard to describe how difficult the things that he's doing offensively really are to accomplish in an NBA basketball game against other world-class players. And he's making it look really easy.
Yeah, and what else is difficult is 60-point games in the NBA. Wilt did it 32 times, Kobe Bean 6, MJ 4, Dame Lillard 5, James Harden 4, Elgin 3, and now Luka 3, his first with the Lakers. And James, in this win streak, during this win streak of 8 games, averaging 41 points, but like you said, also the way he's doing it, complete control of the game, getting others involved. Other guys are on heaters as well. But he's also deserves a lot of credit for what he's done defensively. Taking charges, steals, stopping ball. And JJ mentioned this in the pregame show. That's been the biggest difference with this team. And you got to throw Luka in there. And he is playing at an MVP-type level. I'm not taking anything away from SGA, from Jokic. Guys have had great years. Cade Cunningham, unfortunately, we know he's going to be out for a while. Jaylen Brown. But put Luka in the conversation, James, right now, because he deserves it.
Without question. I don't, all the others that you've mentioned who are possible MVP candidates, I don't think they've been doing it quite like Luka's been doing it in this stage that he's been in, Guido. After the All-Star break, when the Lakers decided that they wanted to come together, be healthy, and started to play as a team, I don't think anybody's been as dominant as he has. 40 points, 50% shooting, 42 from 3.
This is high volume 3.
That's high volume, and we're talking about threes that are extremely difficult, fading away with hands in your face, almost falling on the first row of the seats most of the time.
Third in the West. We talked at length over the last couple weeks about this gauntlet and this tough schedule, and so far right now what they've been able to do during this time has been incredible. But they deserve their flowers tonight. The coaching staff, the players saying, no, we're playing. If we're physically able to go, we're going. I mean, I think we all thought a couple of guys would take the night off. You've been in this position before. Everyone said, hey, man, as Phil would say, that's a scheduled loss. You get in at 5:30 in the morning. But when your leaders say, we're good to go, how impressive was the win from that standpoint? Going down 9-0, going down by 15 points in the first half, but just staying the course, taking the punches, weathering the storm.
Well, the team is starting to believe they can get this done. And when I say this, it means, actually win a title. That's what this decision tonight communicates to everyone else. It communicates it internally with their own group, but, they sense that there's a moment and an opportunity to, let it be known that we feel like we can be the best team in the world. And so they do deserve a lot. That uniform, you have to want the pressure that comes with championship or nothing. You have to actually embrace that and feel comfortable in that environment. And I think they have a group with a handful of guys that have been here for a few years and been through some ups and downs, and then some key additions at the right time. There's a group that really, in the locker room, this group feels like when healthy and when everybody's committed to all the things that they practice and want to be, they can beat anybody. And so they're going out on the floor and trying to show that right now.
I agree 100%. I mean, when you look at LeBron's experience in the NBA, he's won 4. So he knows, he has that, ability to understand what it's like. Luka's been to the finals, lost. Those are 2 players that right there, they know what it's like to achieve something. Then you have Austin Reaves, who's, +1 handicap, disciplined. He's locked in. He wants to win. And you got Ayton, who has something to prove.
Been to a finals.
He has, but he has something to prove as a personal player, that he was looking in the mirror. And so when you have, that collection of thoughts, it's just nice to have a mentality of guys who are searching for something good that they can hang on to. And I think they found it. I mean, look, you got Oklahoma, you got the Spurs, you got Denver. Okay, that's fine. But now they're emerging as a team that, hey, we can play with those guys.
We're in the conversation.
We can play with them.
Yep.
We have superstar players. We have good role players now. We're healthy. Coaching staff is supporting us, and we're peaking at the right time right here in March.
Love what you guys had to say. I do want to talk about LeBron, which we will after we hear from him later in the show, because his brilliance, his stat line over the last 2 games, his 124th triple-double, and doing it at 41 years old. Incredible. But it's time to hear from Coach J.J. Redick, brought to you by your Toyota dealers. J.J. Redick, let's get you to the highlights. Lakers' second night of a back-to-back, taking on the Miami Heat. They got in at 5:30 a.m. Luka Doncic stretching out and ready. First quarter, the Heat were ready. Fontecchio, finger roll. Heat on a 9-0 run to start the game. LeBron, where he spent 4 years in Miami, getting a dunk off the Marcus Smart assist. Moments later, it's Luka with it. Little step back 3. Lakers starting to find their legs, 16-11. More from Luka here, big game. 9 for 17 from 3.
Yeah, the threat, the ball handling threat of him, going around you or trying to get the advantage really freezes you as he steps back and knocks down the shot.
This is somewhere where the Lakers have been able to get teams after a bucket, getting behind the defense for a quick one back at them.
Yeah, really connected as a group, and that's a part of their transition offensive attack, and they got it a few times tonight.
Luka kicks it out to Rui for 3. The Heat go up 36-27, so they're back up 9. Kusionis. Ware going to catch the alley-oop. Lakers are down by 13. 42-point quarter for the Heat. They shot 63%. Let's go to the second. Smart's going to throw it away. Drew Smith, scoop. And it's a 15-point lead. That is the largest lead the Heat would have. Austin. To a diving LeBron up and in.
Yeah, it's very good execution. Austin Reaves, you can see he's starting to draw attention. A little help came over. LeBron made the little backdoor cut for the potential and one. And here he is in the post, Geeter. You know what he's going to do. He's either going to use his physical play to get you to the cup. That time, that patented fadeaway, a la Dirk Nowitzki.
All right, Fish. And then Luka's going to heat up. Nice little flip it up and in.
You saw in that second quarter, Geets, the Lakers really started to physically, their bodies and their minds started to align, and they really started to get some pop in what they were doing offensively.
It's the all-time single-season record holder now in Laker history, but we just had a lot of other stuff going on, so.
Yeah, I mean, scoring 60 normally helps you move up a few lists.
It does. When you have 9 threes, you got to keep going.
That helps.
LeBron James with Mike Trudell in the media.
All right, Eric Spoelstra said before the game that you're giving Father Time hell, and I suppose this is the perfect sort of back-to-back at your age, right? Get here at 5 a.m. to show that. Can you just kind of take us through the mental and physical toll of that and how you're able to pull through it?
Definitely a mental and physical toll. Obviously, we, got in at the time we got in. I don't think anybody got much sleep last night. Just wanted to see how the body feel, how the mind felt. Once we all kind of got going, once I got going this afternoon, and they wanted to come in and see how the body felt after some of the routine things that I do and the treatments things that I do. And decided to give it a go. We all decided to give it a go. So that's a big gritty win for us on the road, especially under the circumstances.
I think the 10th assist to get you the triple-double was Luka's either 8th or 9th three right there in the 4th. You've had special nights like that from a scoring standpoint. What did you make of his night?
You see how we all reacted on the floor. We were super happy that he was able to get that last free throw to go, to give him slow down the team, mellow the team, and chaos. So to be able to rely on that is very, very important for our ball club.
There's been obviously a lot said about your team. There's always a lot said about your team, but in particular, kind of the fit between yourself and Luka and Austin. Are we just seeing three smart players figure it out? Is that what we've seen just kind of over the last few weeks?
I think for us it's always been about time. Just haven't really had a lot of time to actually put in the work on the floor with one another. Obviously we had a little bit of last year, but Luka was just getting to the team, trying to get comfortable with what we wanted to do. We were all trying to get comfortable with what all three of us wanted to do. I'll start the year not in the lineup. AR had a moment where he was out, so it's just trying to figure it out, and then I was out a couple weeks ago and was able to come back and see how I can best fit fit those guys, because they were just playing so dynamic off one another. So, sales papers are a lot easier, and clippings and podcasts. If you say LeBron, their team is better off without him. A lot of people will try to view it, so I get it. They're absolutely wrong.
Can you talk about the evolution of performance and recovery technologies over these 23 seasons, and what has been a game changer for you, something maybe you will keep using?
Obviously everything gets better. Everything. That's just evolution. It doesn't matter what it is. You can look at a phone from 23 years ago compared to now. You look at cars from 23 years ago to now. You look at everything. Everything can get better, and that's modern technology has definitely helped a lot of performance and whatever the case may be. But also at the same time, a lot of things that I was doing in high school is some of the same things that I'm doing now as far as recovery. As far as stretching and icing, and the most important recovery is sleep. And things of that nature. I've been doing a lot of that, soft tissue work and things since I was in high school. So I have a routine, and obviously me and Mike, he's somewhere around here. Me and Mike has built a program over the last 22 years, and we follow that to a T. And I understand that my body is the most important, and availability is the most important when you out there with your teammates. Being out on the floor with them means a lot, and I've always taken that seriously.
That commentary's been about living in the moment, but how does it hit you to tie the all-time games played record that Robert Parrish has had for 30 years in a city where it was such an important part of your career? Those 4 years you played.
Yeah, I never looked at it like that, but it is pretty cool to be, like I said, availability. I've always wanted to be available to my teammates, either in Cleveland, to just loving the game and appreciating the game. And then and shout out Chief, man. I've been seeing some of the things that he's been saying about me, and it's not a lot of those OGs that talk like that to the generation after them, and also about me personally. So shout out to Chief. He's super cool. He's dope. I like him.
All right, most triple-doubles all time. Russ, Jokic, the Big O, Magic, and LeBron tonight, on a night where he ties Robert Parrish with 1,611 games played in the NBA. He gets his 124th triple-double in his 23rd season, age 41. And James, if you look at his last two games on back-to-back nights, he's 21 for 26 as well. Wrap your head
Yeah.
around that.
Yeah, I mean, look, I honestly think it's less ball handling, takes a little pressure off him, and playing that new.
You got the size advantage and the skill advantage. You take over, and that's what he did tonight.
Access Sportsnet Lakers, pre- and post-game coverage on Spectrum Sportsnet.
All right, let's check out the Lakers calendar. Traveling to Central Florida Saturday for a game with the Magic. Monday, taking on the Pistons in Detroit. No Cade Cunningham for that one. From top of the East to the bottom, Pacers Wednesday to finish the road trip, then the Nets and Wizards at home. All these games are right here on Spectrum Sportsnet. Austin Reaves with 18 points. He's with Mike Trudell in the media.
Austin, 2 straight nights of crunch time and just big plays, big shots. Obviously, Luka hits a number of them. LeBron, what is that like as a teammate and kind of the high? And you've had some obviously this year as well.
It's fun to watch.
The word belief for you guys. He referenced like a players conversation you guys had last night before he talked to you guys. What is it about the belief? This could be a scheduled loss, some would say, coming in after a back-to-back in Houston, and to all 3 play the way you guys did. What does that mean? That word belief.
Yeah, I mean, it goes a long way. When he said he was playing, I was like, I took over the game.
JJ said he thinks Luka should be featured more prominently in the MVP conversation. What are your thoughts around that?
I don't know why not. Leading the league in scoring. I seen something. He was leading the league in a lot of things. So we're 3rd in the West. I don't know. I couldn't see a reason why he's not. So I don't really know.